80s.
The month of May marks Mental Health Awareness Month.
And joining us now to bring awareness and give us some tips on how to elevate your mood, maintain that healthy mindset is Dr. Celeste Reese-Willis. Good morning, Dr. Celeste.
Good morning. Happy Monday.
So what are some signs that someone may be dealing with a mental health concern or possibly crisis?
Well, the primary way that we identify these patients is that we notice that they start to withdraw from social interaction with family, friends. Sometimes they start to not do they don't run their typical day. In addition to that, you'll notice that these people may have more anxiety, they may be closed in, and they may not be talking as much as they used to talk before and or participating in activities that they did before.
If someone watching right now is going through a struggle with mental health or going through some of those situations that you just talked about, what's the best way to talk with someone else? Because I know going through depression or anything else, the last thing most of us want to do is talk to somebody else about it.
Well, communication is very key and very important. It's very important for these individuals to express what they have bottled up inside of them. If they don't express that or communicate that, that is what leads to things that we concern ourselves with in terms of the situations that we've seen recently in the news, specifically about the Southern University cheerleader, Arlana Miller. It's important whether it's a family member, whether it's a friend, whether it's your physician, whether it's your pastor, or whether it's someone that is a professional, health professional. We very much encourage you to talk to someone. If they cannot talk to people that are in their immediate environment, that's not unusual. Seek help from your physician and find out if they can put you in touch with someone that is a licensed professional.
And what would you say are some good general tips on maintaining a healthy mindset, healthy mental health?
The first thing that I would say is stay active and exercise. This helps to increase our happy hormones like dopamine, serotonin. It helps to increase that, and that helps to decrease depression. In addition to that, you want to follow a healthy diet. Make sure that you give your brain rest. We need to make sure that we have periods of time wherein your brain is not having an input of all different kinds of stimulations that send you down a pathway that is not a bright pathway. In addition to that, doing something that you are very good at helps to build self-confidence. That helps for good mental health for some individuals. Being nice to yourself and learning that it's okay to say no to other things, other individuals that may complicate or make mental health challenging for you. In addition to that, keeping a gratitude journal, being kind to other people, and making sure that you know when to ask for help.
Dr. Celeste, fabulous tips there. Thank you so much.
Great to see you. We'll see you next week.
You're welcome.